Good evening, pilgrim. Today, following the winding hills of Assisi, I made my way to the Cathedral of St. Rufino. Built between the 12th and 13th centuries, this beautiful Romanesque cathedral has stood watch over the city for nearly 800 years. It was here that both Francis and Clare were baptized. The ancient baptismal font remains, quietly reminding visitors of a moment that helped shape two lives that would later inspire the world. As I stood inside, surrounded by statues, golden accents, and centuries of prayer, I found myself reflecting on how ordinary beginnings can become extraordinary when offered to God. From there, I continued my pilgrimage to the Basilica of St. Clare. Built between 1257 and 1265, the basilica is one of the finest examples of early Italian Gothic architecture. Its pink and white stone facade glows in the Umbrian light, while its great flying buttresses seem to embrace the hillside itself. Within these walls rests St. Clare, and here is also preserved the original San Damiano crucifix, the cross that spoke to Francis and called him to rebuild the church. As I walked through these sacred places and learned more about the lives of those we call saints, I realized something important. We can admire them. We can learn from them. We can seek to imitate their faith, their courage, and their love. But ultimately, we are not called to become Francis. We are not called to become Clare. Francis sought to live the gospel with his whole heart. He followed Christ as faithfully as he could. Yet in the end, he could only be Francis. And perhaps that is our calling as well, to become the person God created us to be, not a copy of another, not an imitation of someone else's journey, but our own unique expression of love, service, compassion, and surrender. The saints do not point us toward themselves, they point us toward God. And from there they invite us to discover our own path. May we have the courage to follow it. As Francis is often credited with saying, start by doing what is necessary, then what is possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Pax et bonum, pilgrim, peace and all good.